Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Relationship Sessions with Sissy. Today we have two special guests, my beautiful cousin and her husband, Paris and Dave Smith, and they will kind of shed some light on their marriage and kind of give us some insight on that. So thank you guys for being a part of the channel and allowing us to, kind of pick your minds on your relationship. So I
Oh,
appreciate you guys.
no problem. No problem.
No problem.
All right, so the first couple of questions are pretty much standard just to get a feel of your marriage and relationship that I like to ask. So we'll just jump right into it. How did you guys meet?
We met at Claflin University my freshman year, fresh out the house. Met him, I think, a week after my mom and them dropped me off. They had a little meltdown on campus where all the freshmen were introduced to the upperclassmen. I didn't realize that I met him at the party. He says I kind of shaded him a little bit. I didn't even realize it myself. I think that was some of my mama coming at me right there while I cursed him a little bit. But I think it was like a couple of days later he messaged me on Facebook and that was it.
Wow. So you guys have been like straight on ever since. There's no
breaks, no nothing. Just from then on to now.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. So Paris, how did you know Dave was the one? And Dave, how did you know Paris was the one? And that it was time to marry?
I would say, of course, with me coming from the home that I came from, how my parents raised me and everything. Of course, I'm going to college. It's a new experience for me. I'm out of the house. I was in Orangeburg. So that's like 3 hours away from them. Mm-hmm. So of course, parents are going to be a little concerned, but he was nothing but a safety net for me. He was always there, made sure I got to my classes, was checking on me, made sure I got there safe. If me and my friends went somewhere, he was willing to drop us off, pick us up. He was always there making sure that, we was good. So knowing that, and, usually upperclassmen, I'm not going to say always, but usually they want to take advantage, but I didn't get that vibe from him at all. It was always from, just from love.
Okay. Good. So then how did you know?
I knew pretty much like it didn't take long, maybe in a matter of a couple of weeks. It's like, I really knew because, I got that vibe that, she really had my back, through whatever, and it's like, that's something that's big to me because I know I'm a very loyal person. So I take, loyalty very seriously. And I can tell, from a short period of time that she was for me. It wasn't no playing games. It's not for the time being. It's like, this is what it is. So that's pretty much when I realized that, this is for me.
But also, the thing you asked about marriage, he was going into the military. We both decided that Claflin wasn't for us per se. Mm-hmm. So we were both going to go into the military. And we knew that we didn't want to separate or anything like that. We basically kind of had that conversation with each other, like, all right, are you ready? Like, do you want to separate? Are we going to be able to deal with each other? Well, deal with not being able to see each other and being without each other? Or do we need to go ahead and take this leap so we can make sure that we tied together no matter where they try to send us or where we go? We know we're going to be tied together. And so we went ahead and did it. But the military didn't work out. So, we just worked it out, after that. And, it's been good ever since.
Wow. That's so cool. That's good. So what drove you guys to make such a commitment at such a young age?
It's like when you take things seriously, you don't really second guess it pretty much. You know what you want, it really ain't, you really don't need to play around, because when you find something that's real and genuine, you don't want to, pretty much pass over God's blessing. And after that, you got like 20 years of bad luck and can't find nobody.
Oh,
Right.
good.
Yeah, it really, just pretty much being aware of your blessing. I'll put it that way.
Aw.
Don't.
Oh, no. Wait. Okay. Now, knowing that you guys have forever to go, how do you maintain or sustain the love for each other?
Well, I try, but everybody know me. I'm goofy. I'm silly. So even when I try to do, if I'll say lingerie, anything, I mess it up because I'm just so silly. So I mean, I think it's just how me and him are. We find new things that we like together. It's like everything we do, of course, we know the things that we love separately, but with everything that we do, we try to find something that we both love just as much as the other one loves it. And we try to, go at those things hard where we know we're going to do this together. I mean, even if it's, just trying something new, anything simple, we just try to make sure we do it together, and we try to make sure we enjoy it to the fullest. That's what I do. I mean, he does other things, but as far as me, I try to, I'll say, be more sexy, but it's a little difficult for me. It's a little difficult. I'm too silly. I can't, my brain goes to start thinking about a joke or something crazy, and I can't even get right.
Wow. That's good. All right. So now, Paris, how do you balance being a mom, a wife, a full-time student, and being employed full-time?
Ooh.
Wow, just to think about it, just ooh. I don't know.
Honestly, it just comes. Because like I said before, this goes back to Claflin. I wasn't focused then. Mm-hmm. It seemed hard. It seemed, waking up every morning, going to them classes, even though I was making good grades, it still seemed hard. Mm-hmm. But after you have the kids, it's literally like a light bulb, like something, it just switched. I mean, of course, after having the kids, I just know, okay, I need to go ahead and get back into work, but then I started thinking about school. So then that's when I quit working, and Dave just took on everything while I focused on school, and I was a stay-at-home mom with the boys. But then the classes came where I needed to be on campus, and it takes a little bit more job trying to cook dinner, trying to do this, trying to do that. It take a lot, but it's like God put it in you. It's like He know you tell Him your goals, you tell Him the things that you want. Me and Him, we talk to each other. We talk to God separately about the things that we want. And then we talk collectively to see how can we make these things happen as quickly as possible. We try to do it that way, and then it's like after that, God just order your footsteps. I mean, He just tell you what to do, what to cook today. This, you can handle this today. I know today was a rough day. You can cook this today. You'll be all right with that. The boys will be straight with this. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. And then, I finished school that first time, but I mean, I wasn't satisfied with, I guess I'll say, the pay. So that's when I talked to him. I said, well, I'll go back for IT. And for that one, I'm doing online, but of course it is a lot of work. But like I said, God will put it on you. He'll let you know, you got this, you can handle it. He make time. I mean, It's little points of the day where I would usually take it for a break or something like that. But I'm like, I can go ahead and knock this out right quick. I won't have to worry about it this weekend or work. I mean, he'll put it there so you can make it happen. You just got to talk to him, trust in him. Everything will work out.
That's good. So you going to school for IT?
Yes.
Hey.
Right.
That's good. Right. So do you guys have a do you guys have a daily devotional that you guys do together, or is it something that you guys have at separate times or something?
Usually me and him, we have our talks at night. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about things, things that we feel like we might need to work on, or the goals that we have, things like that. We'll talk about it. And I mean, of course, I'll say my prayers, and I just remind him, don't forget to say your prayers tonight. We talked about tonight, and of course I don't have to remind them. It's just something that I do. I don't know. This is something I started doing when we first started dating, and I can't stop saying it.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, we'll say our prayers at night. The next day, I might call him when I'm on my lunch break or something. and, you know, we'll keep talking about it. You know, we'll continue the conversation, or either we'll say how we maybe, you know, reached a goal or a step. We completed a step
so
towards
good. That goal. So you guys are in constant communication about your goals, and that is good. Oh my God, that is good.
Thank you.
Golly. Okay. Now, with all that you guys have going on, how important is having a support system?
Ooh.
Very.
Extremely.
Very important.
Extremely.
It's a rough world out here, man. You can't do it alone. Like,
Right.
You gotta have that support system. I mean, no matter how strong you are, no matter how brave or smart you think you are, I mean, you always gonna eventually need some kind of help.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't mean that you got to use somebody as a crutch, but I mean, sometimes you just need to hear, you know, some words of wisdom or motivation, you know, to keep you pushing. Because, I mean, you know, life don't give you a break. I mean, if you down, it's gonna put its foot on your neck. So it's like, I mean,
Yes.
you ain't gonna do you no favor. So you just got to make sure you know, stay solid, man, and just try to, you know, be durable. You know, because you can't stop things from happening, but you just got to be, you know, as strong as you can to withstand it.
Right. Very good. Very good. All right. So, how do you guys find the time to spend that one-on-one time together?
Right now, I guess because we're so far away from my parents, I mean, because now we're like really close to Charleston. We more so have to lean on my mother-in-law and my in-laws, and I mean, they do a great job. I mean, we getting what, almost 1-2 days a week now, and I mean, listen, we need it, because the thing is, it's like we needed it so bad lately, just because we started getting into robot mode. Mm-hmm. And you know, where it's just like, okay, we're parents, we know, okay, we pick the boys up, we take their bath, we feed them, you know, we do everything, we go over their lesson with them, we do this, we do that, and then after that, once we're done, we're looking at each other like, well, shoot, it's about time to go to sleep. I mean, we might watch, you know, 1 or 2 hour shows, and then after that, it's time to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And after doing that repeatedly for a few months, you can get stuck. So we definitely lean on my in-laws to take the boys for us sometime, just so that, you know, we can regroup and we can come back to remembering, okay, we started this. Like, yes, we got to do that. You really have to do that.
Yes. Oh man, that is good. I always say is, like, even when you get married, I feel like it's so important to just make sure you still constantly connect with your partner. Right. Just you guys, because like you said, that's how it started. You know, so you don't want to lose that. So very good. Oh, you don't seem like it. Y'all seem like it. Goodness gracious. Okay. Now, how do you keep the romance and intimacy level high?
Well, you want to answer that?
I mean, I think it's like understanding that a lot of it is mental. You know, it's not just physical. You know, you got to make sure, you know, we mentally there with each other and that vibe is there. Mm-hmm. You know, the old saying, they say, make love to the mind. You know, make sure that mind is there, you know, because other than that, you just go back to robotic mode. You know, it'll just feel like something that's on the schedule rather than, you know, you know, just nice flowing chemistry. Right. So it's really, you know, keeping that mental space there and, you know, really making her want me. You know, it's like just making her want me, not just, oh, I'm your wife, so I'll give you some.
Yeah. But also, one of the things we always think about, don't forget what you did to get the person, or what you did to make them fall in love with you. You remember the little tricks or the little things you did. Mm-hmm. Don't forget about that, because y'all been together just because you already got the prize. You can't do that. You know, you still got to go back, make them feel special, you know, help them make them understand that, you know, like, I still see you or whatever, like, ain't nothing changed. You know, you got to do that sometime.
Very good. This is good. So what was your favorite date before marriage and your favorite date after marriage?
I mean, really, because, you know, we were college students, you know, most of the time we were dating. I mean, because we dated for, I think, 2 years. We got married in 2011. So our dates was Call of Duty. We had an apartment. I had a dorm room. We had an apartment. So dates were his apartment, and I mean, you know, whatever might have been going on campus. Outside of that, I mean, both of us love food or whatever, and it's like, you know, as you can see, both of us done fluff up a little bit. I mean, we can't help it. We're not gonna turn down a good meal. So anything that has something to do with food, I mean, that makes both of us extremely happy. But now, after marriage, Myrtle Beach. We love the Caravel Resort just because it seems like it's a little bit more secluded. It just has a little bit more grown feel. But if we have the kids with us, then we would say North Beach Plantation in Myrtle Beach, just because it has more of a family type feel. But yeah, Myrtle Beach is always our go-to to try to get away.
Okay. I know when we were growing up, my dad and mom used to always take us to Myrtle Beach every year. We looked forward to that. And Calabash seafood. That's good. Okay, so when do you feel most loved and supported by your spouse?
The most love, it's the little things, and you know, you don't really get it when people say that, but it's the little things. Like, for either of us, I'll say for me, like when I get home from work, if he already got my bath in with all the bubbles, all the stuff I like, my Epsom salt, all that, I be on my feet all day. My feet be crying sometimes, so you know I'm gonna need that Epsom salt. But or I mean, just because he lit some candles or he got the boys taken care of for the night, that's something I ain't got to worry about. I mean, it's all the little stuff like that where he knows that that's something that I'm thinking about. I'm gonna need to handle that. I'm gonna need to take care of that. But he already, you know, took it off my plate for me. So it's little stuff like that. Even when he's out, you know, if he goes to the store, if he rides by Hardee's, he knows I love Hardee's chocolate chip cookies. Just because he riding by Hardee's, he know to stop by there and get me a couple of cookies. When he show up home with the cookies, he already know, you know, I'm super happy. It's just little stuff like that. Little things that he knows that I like. He just go ahead and take care of it for me. I ain't got to worry about it.
Nice.
I would say like the times where it's like, you know, I may be feeling down or something, and, you know, Paris will let me know that I'm doing a good job. Or like, you know, because I'm always my biggest critic. You know, I always feel like I should have thought of something, or I should be doing more, or something else I want to do. But she always let me know that I'm doing a good job. And so that really makes me feel loved, you know, like, don't be so hard on myself, you know. You know, things are good. So that really makes me feel loved.
Yeah. Wow. Listen. Okay, like you guys have been married how long? 9 years?
Yep, 9 years in October. It'll be 9 years.
Wow. Shh. You guys look like you are like fresh out. Like that's
no,
good.
I got married when I was 20 years old.
Wow. Okay, so what would you say some of your biggest challenges are, and how do you work together to get through those challenges?
Some of the biggest challenges is I would say the only thing is trying to make sure that all of our family feel the same amount of love from us. Just because of, you know, with the amount of the hours from Anderson to here, you know, that's a little difficult sometimes to try to make it to every, you know, family event and stuff like that. So that gets tough. I mean, especially if, you know, that might be one of the months where, you know, it might be a little bit tight with the bills and stuff like that. So, you know, traveling, food, all that kind of stuff, you know, we got to take it into consideration. I would say that's a little tough. Sometimes the kids are tough just because I'll say just the parenting styles that we have. We don't chastise our kids or anything, but it's just the difficult part is trying to make sure that they get what we're trying to instill in them.
Right.
Just because, you know, it's just a little difficult right now. And of course, with the things that have been happening lately, in the United States. It's me thinking of when am I going to have the conversation with them about, how to act when they're around cops, or if they get pulled over, or anybody that's in authority. I mean, they can take that job to their head and just be a little extra. And, just trying to figure out when am I going to have that talk with them, and, making sure that I groom them so that, we won't have to be protesting about one of my babies one day.
Right. Very good. Very good. Now, speaking of protesting and things that are going on in today's society, what are some of your fears for your children in today's society?
Just them growing up to be young Black men. I mean, that's pretty much damn near considered a crime nowadays. So it's like, I mean, it's just tough. I mean, because, you get in that mode of you can't really trust anybody. It's like, these are your babies. It's like, you go crazy if anything happened to them. You would jump in front of a bullet for them. So it's like, you don't want anything happening to them out here. And nowadays, it just seems like it's pretty much like nothing is off limits.
Right.
All before, I would think, me as, a grown Black man that, maybe I'm the only one that has to watch my back. But, it could be my kids. You got babies out here that got to deal with this kind of stuff, who lost their lives with this, police brutality and stuff. So, I mean, that's just my biggest fear, is that, it's just pretty much, there's no holds bars out there.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah. And also, it's just, like I was saying earlier, like, okay, everybody that knows my kids, they know how they are. I mean, which is pretty, I'm not going to just say my kids, it's everybody's kids.
Right.
They loving, they're silly, they're bright. I mean, that all you can see is the positives. So then all I'm thinking is, okay, then at what age does my child turn into a threat? That's what you think about. And, you just got to figure out, like, how, I mean, just like he said, right now, I can't even figure out a way to make sure that my child doesn't get hurt.
Right.
Because it seems like it don't take nothing. I mean, you got to think about Tamir Rice. You got to think about Trayvon Martin, everybody. Right. You don't got to be doing nothing. You can be minding your business. Right. You could have just left church Bible study. You can be in church at Bible study. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. It can strike at any time, and that's what worries me. That's one of the things, I stress about sometimes, just like, okay, how am I going to protect my babies? How am I going to make sure that this doesn't happen to them?
Right. Now, have you guys experienced any type of racial profiling as adults for you guys, like in the workplace or regardless of where you go? Have you felt any type of discrimination of any sort?
I mean, I think, well, I'm not going to say that we all feel it. I mean, I've definitely felt it before. I have. And it's not from everybody. So that's why it's like, I still say I have to instill in my kids that, everybody's not bad. Just because some of them are like that, they're not all bad. And I mean, I've felt it. I've heard it. The N-word has been said at my job. Well, at a job. So it's like, and nothing was done. So, I mean, but let me come in there talking about a riot or a protest or something like that, then, heads going to be snapping. Everybody, wait, what's she talking about? What's going on? It'll be an uproar. But, it is what it is. I mean, unfortunately, that's how it is to be Black in America. That's how it is to just, you just keep pushing every day. You just, like how we do, focus on those goals, focus on those things. Why am I in school doing IT now? I mean, it's like you just got to keep pushing. I mean, that what the situation you're in right now ain't going to be the end. So, I mean, you just try to stay positive, keep pushing. Everything will work out.
Very good. Very good. Now, I just got one more question, and this is just for me. I was just going to ask, so what part of IT, is different segments of IT?
Right now I'm looking at cybersecurity.
Okay.
I might go into a different one, but right now I'm set with cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity. Very good. Well, I am proud of you. Good luck. I think you guys are doing amazing. You guys are glowing. So I wish you guys all the best. I know, right? I wish you guys all the best. And thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with me.
Oh, no problem.
Forward to posting.
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
I love.
Most definitely.
All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Love y'all.
All right, love you too.
All right.
Bye.